Hi, I'm Russell Starr. Thanks everyone for listening in. There's a really great idea that I want to bring to everybody's attention. I'm a gold guy. I've spent my career in commodities and natural resources, literally starting from the ground up on Bay Street, Wall Street, and seeing the opportunity that commodities brought to everyone. And now there's an exciting new opportunity in what I would call an alt commodity option. DeFi is something I can get my head around. I think everyone, including myself, has struggled a little bit with Bitcoin. There are people who believe in it, there are people who don't believe in it. It's something that really isn't tangible. I always joke about trying to get my girlfriend or my partner or my wife or my kids a Bitcoin necklace or a Bitcoin car. It's just something that's not tangible. And then Ethereum was brought to my attention, and Ethereum was something that I found particularly intriguing because it gave everybody the opportunity to participate in a simple fashion, but with seamless execution and in a very, very safe space. And Ethereum, honestly, was something that I did by myself. I made a little bit of money on it. But again, it was still very, very difficult to buy. It was very difficult to purchase. I had to set up alternative accounts on Coinbase and these exchanges, which I didn't quite understand. And like I said, I'm one of those people who's been brought up on traditional equities, buying and selling, and looking to make a market or an opportunity in those type of opportunities. Then I met Olivier, Roussy Newton, and his partner Wouter, and they created something that I think everyone can get their head around. Decentralized finance is simply the way of disintermediating excess costs from things we want to buy. So, for example, if I wanted to buy a house, typically I'd have to go through a realtor and pay a commission. If I wanted to buy an equity, I'd have to pay an institutional salesperson or my retail broker. If I want to buy a car, I've got to pay the salesperson. And so, in a very simplistic way, you're always paying a premium to what the actual underlying resource or opportunity is. The house plus realtor commission, the car plus realtor commission. Decentralized finance or DeFi is the elimination of that from your purchasing opportunity. So everything would become cheaper for you as an investor. And that's something I could really get my head around. And furthermore, instead of having to buy something on an exchange that I don't really understand, which is Coinbase, or for example, Robinhood, which has drawn a tremendous amount of attention and obviously is very, very intriguing, DeFi in an equity fashion or in its equity form, which is what Olivier and Wouter are bringing to us, is the ability to disintermediate almost everything and allow us as equity investors to participate in that opportunity. I was a participant and an equity shareholder of a stock that's doing incredibly well now. Phenomenal management team in Voyager. Voyager literally was 25 cents maybe a year ago. And then ultimately, when Bitcoin started to draw the attention of regulators and the opportunity to purchase Bitcoin, and it rocketed through 30, 40, $50,000 and sits at around $55,000, Voyager took off. It's doing, I think, somewhere close to 20 million in revenue now, and they're doing that off of a 1.6 million or billion-dollar asset base. DeFi has that opportunity, and you're sitting here with a $200 million market cap. It's going to be listing in the US on the OTCQX. It's probably 3-4 weeks away from that. And it makes a lot of sense to me. It gives me, as an equity investor, the comfort that I can participate through the same opportunity on an equity indices that I understand. And really, truly, that's the opportunity that sits here with DeFi. I don't want to belabor the opportunity. It's $200 million market cap right now. The management is incredible. They've brought on Anthony Popliano, who is legitimately the number one podcaster in this space. Tika Tiwari, who wrote the Palm Beach newsletter, is a backer as well. These are legendary guys, and I really can't think of a better opportunity to participate on an equity at this market cap with what's going on in this space. So the minute I figured out what the opportunity was, I went to my broker, I went to some of my friends, family, and we have actually brought in over 10, 12 million shares of buying in the last maybe month or two. I personally own about 4.5 million shares. And these are people who I know who are legitimate commodity investors. They love the gold space. They love the nickel space. They could get their head around what I was describing to them. They could look at what's happened with Voyager and how quickly it's gone from 25 cents to $30. And again, the parallels are really, really intriguing from my perspective, because no one really could get their head around what Voyager was doing until they just simplified the whole process. And all Voyager does is allows you to buy cryptocurrencies through an equity listed platform. That's exactly what DeFi is doing. It's just you're effectively buying in at Voyager point one, where Voyager is now 1.0. You're doing the same thing here with DeFi. You're participating in that rocket trajectory that these equities can move in once people understand what the opportunity is. And they're doing that through Valor, which they've just acquired. They're doing that with their advisory board, who are people who helped create Snowflake. They're doing it through Olivier, who's the founder and president of Hive Blockchain, which is literally a $2 billion market cap. And you're doing it through Wouter, who helped create SecFi, which is a private opportunity, which literally just raised $600 million at a multi-billion-dollar market cap. So for anyone who's looking for the ability to participate in this crypto boom, but just doesn't want to go into the hardship of having to figure out how to get onto Coinbase and some of these other exchanges, but actually just wants to do so on the traditional exchanges that all of us are comfortable with, that's the opportunity right now for DeFi.